Good morning, dear children. I am Sitara, your social science teacher. In today's session, we are going to continue our learning process of Class 4, Term 1 in Social Science, Unit 1, Kingdoms of River, Part 2. Come, children, let us enjoy. Before going into today's session, let us have a recap of what we learned in the last one. Dear children, in the last session, we discussed about the Cheiras. We know that in ancient period, people settled and started living along the river banks. They produced agricultural crops and reared cattle in the pasture lands. In this way, the kingdoms of early Chera, Chola, Pandya and other kingdoms emerged along the rivers. Cheras emerged along the river Poigai, Cholas Kaveri, Pandyas Vaigai, Pallavas near Palar. Cheras were the forerunners of the Mohenjo-daro, who ruled on the banks of river Poigai, and their capital city was Vanchi. The Chera country was also called as Cheranadu. The major part of Cheranadu was surrounded by high mountains. The greatest rulers among the kings of Cheranadu were Imayavaramban Neduncheraladan and his son Sengottuvan. The Chera king Neduncheraladan conquered up to the Himalayas and hoisted the flag with the symbol of bow and arrow. He was hailed with the title Imayavaramban Neduncheraladan. Another able ruler, Cheran Sengottuvan, erected the statue of Kannagi. The temple of Kannagi was built by the stones brought from the Himalayas after defeating the king Kannaka Vijaya. It is also said that these stones were brought to Cheranadu on the heads of the captive soldiers. In this session, we will discuss about Cholas. Dear children, the early Cholas kept Urayur as their capital, located along the river Kaveri, and ruled it. Let us learn the spelling Urayur. U-R-A-I-Y-U-R, Urayur. Uruttiranga Kannanar of Kadiyalur in his book Pattanapalai describes that Cholanadu is famous for rice. Solanadu Sorudayathu. Now let us learn the spelling. Uruttirakkannanar. Uruttirakkannanar. Uruttiranga Kannanar. Kadiyalur. 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 Pattinapalai. The Chola kingdom comprised the districts of Tiruchirappalli, Tanjavur, Pudukottai, Nagapattinam, Tiruvarur, Perambalur, Ariyalur and Kadalur. Children, which were the districts comprising of the Chola kingdom? It was Tiruchirappalli, Tanjavur, Pudukottai, Nagapattinam, Tiruvarur, Perambalur, Ariyalur and Kadalur. The land of Cholas were fertile due to the river Kaveri. They had their kingdom near the river Kaveri and it was fertile land. The kings ruled by providing justice to their subjects. Subjects are the people who come under them. So the king had ruled with justice. The greatest ruler among the Cholas was Karikala Cholan. Who was the greatest ruler among the Cholas? It was Karikala Cholan. Who were the greatest rulers of Cheras? Two were there, Imayavaramban Neduncheraladan and his son Sengottuvan. And the greatest ruler among the Cholas was Karikala Cholan. Karikala Cholan was also called as Karikala Peruvalathan. Karikala Peruvalathan. Karikala Cholan, Karikala Cholan, Karikala Cholan. His nickname was Karikala Peruvalathan, Karikala, Karikala, Peruvalathan. Karikala Peru Valathan. Now children, let us learn how he got the name Karikalan. Dear children, Karikala Cholan took the responsibility of kingship at a very early age and ruled efficiently. So he took up the responsibility of king at a very young age. When he was very young, he was captured by his enemies and imprisoned. Captured means he was caught by his enemies and he was put in the prison. The room in which he was arrested was set on fire. So he was put inside a room and that room was set on fire. In this fire accident, he burnt his feet. Due to his charred leg, he was called as Karikalan. He had burned his legs and because of that he was called as Karikalan, meaning the man with the charred leg. At a very young age, he disguised as an old man and tactfully justified a case. He was very just ruler and at a very young age he disguised. He was set up as an old man and he was able to justify a case. That is, he was very brilliant. Dear children, the Cheras and the Pandyas together attacked Karikalan at Venni, Vagai Parandalai. Where did they attack together? At Venni, 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 Vagai Parandalai. Finally, Karikala Cholan defeated the two rulers there and was victorious. The Chera and Pandya kings were very matured ones and they calculated that Karikala Cholan was a young man, so he was less experienced in the warfare and had a very small army. But he was able to defeat them in the battle. Later on, he invaded Sri Lanka and brought the captives from there. So he was able to invade Sri Lanka. You know, Sri Lanka is an island. And he was able to invade Sri Lanka and he brought the captives, that is people from there, to build the dam Kallanai across the river Kaveri. And he invaded Sri Lanka, he defeated them and he was imprisoning the people there, the soldiers there, and he brought them back to his place to build the Kallanai. Kallanai is a very big dam. The dam still stands strong even after 2000 years of its construction. It was constructed around 2000 years ago, but still it is in working condition. We are able to use the dam to date. In the picture you can see the beautiful Kallanai, the grand Anaikattu. Dear children, the Cholas had the river Kaveri. Their capital was Urayur. Port was Kaveri Poompattinam. Port was Kaveri Poompattinam and flag was tiger. Dear children, the Kallanai was constructed by the Chola king Karikalan in the 2nd century BC, that is before Common Era. This is said to be the world's oldest dam still in use. Which is the world's oldest dam? It is the Kallanai, which is constructed by the Chola king Karikala Cholan. Stones and lime mortar were used to construct it. It was constructed using stone and lime mortar. After learning about the great Karikala Cholan, let us go on to see about the Pandyas. Dear children, Pandyas established their rule on the bank of Vaigai with Madurai as their capital. So the river of Pandyas was Vaigai and their capital city was Madurai. The ancient Pandya country comprised of Madurai, Theni, Dindungal, Virudhunagar, Tirunelveli, Tuticorin, Sivagangai and Ramanathapuram districts. The present districts of Madurai, Theni, Dindungal, Virudhunagar, Tirunelveli, Tuticorin, Sivagangai and Ramanathapuram districts comprised of the ancient Pandya country. Which was the river of the Pandyas? It was Vaigai. Which was their capital? It was Madurai. 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 Madurai is considered as one of the oldest cities. Madurai remained as the most popular city of Sangam age. It was very popular during the Sangam age. Pandya country was famous for pearls. Pearls there, and Pandya country was very famous for pearls. Muttamil Sangams were held in Madurai under the patronage of Pandyas. The Pandyas encouraged the Muttamil Sangams. Muttamil is Iyal, that is prose, Isai, music, and Nadagam, that is drama. Iyal, Isai, and Nadagam. And all these things flourished under the patronage of Pandyas. Dear children, we know that Tamil Sangams were held in Madurai, and the third Tamil Sangam was also held in Madurai. Muttamil flourished during the reign of the Pandyas. That is, art and literature flourished under the patronage of Pandyas. The most famous kings were Thalayalangalath, Seruvendra Pandya Nedunchaliyan and Pandya Nedunchaliyan of Silappatikaram. So the two famous king of Pandyan rule was Thalayalanganath Seruvendra Pandya Nedunchaliyan and Pandya Nedunchaliyan. Both of these are referred in Silappatikaram. When Pandya Nedunchaliyan was a young boy, he fought a battle at Thalayalanganam against the Chera, Chola and the feudal lords, that is the Kurunila Mannargal. Kurunila Mannargal are the kings or the chieftains who ruled during the Sangam age in Tamil Nadu, who were known for their philanthropic activities. Dear children, the Pandya Nedunchaliyan defeated the combined force of Chera, Chola and the feudal lords. Therefore, he got the title Thalayalanganath Seruvendra Pandya Nedunchaliyan. Now let us learn about Silappatikaram. It is a tale of an anklet, and it is one of the 5 great Tamil epics composed at the end of Sangam era around 4th century AD. Do you know who wrote it? It was written by the Cheran prince Ilango Adigal, who was the brother of Cheran ruler Senguttuvan. The story is about a woman named Kannagi and her journey in maintaining her faithfulness towards her husband Kovalan through providing him justice after his death. Realizing Kovalan wanted money, Kannagi hands over Kovalan one of her anklets gifted to her by her mother at the time of their wedding. Kovalan went to a royal smith to sell Kannagi's anklet. He had no idea that the same royal smith had stolen the anklet of the queen of Pandyan king Nedunchaliyan. After seeing the anklet, the royal smith put the entire blame of stealing the anklet on Kovalan and brought him in the Pandyan Darbar, that is Pandyan court. The king, without cross-checking the facts, believed royal smith and ordered to kill Kovalan, and he was murdered. Hearing the unjust death of her husband, Kannagi went to the royal palace for justice. Here, Nedunchaliyan agreed to give her an audience and hear her complaints. Kannagi proved that the queen's anklet had pearls while her anklet had rupees. She also showed the other pair. Nedunchaliyan, realizing his mistake, had a heart attack and fainted on spot. Seeing the king fainting, the queen also lost her consciousness. Kannagi took a torch and set the palace on fire. The entire city of Madurai was destroyed. Kannagi gave her life by jumping off the cliff. That is the story of Silappatikaram, dear children. During the rule of Pandya Nedunchaliyan, he happened to prosecute Kovalan for theft and gave death sentence. Kovalan's wife Kannagi advocated to prove her husband's innocence. When the king realized the truth, he said, Yano Arasan, Yane Kalavan, Kedugavan Ayul, and died by falling down from his throne. Immediately, his wife Koparan Devi also sacrificed her life out of shock. The administrative system of the Pandyas was depicted by Mangudi Marudanar of Madurai Kanchi. So even in the book Madurai Kanchi, the administrative system of Pandyas is depicted. So my dear children, Pandyas had river Vaigai, Capital Madurai, port Korkai, flag fish. Not only that, dear children, in ancient Madurai there existed daytime shops called as Nalangadi and nighttime shops called Alangadi. So two kind of shops existed in Madurai during that time. One is Nalangadi, which existed during the daytime, and even in night time they had business, and night shops were called as Alangadi. Time for recap. In this session we discussed about Cholas and Pandyas. We learned about the great Chola king Karikala Cholan and his epic construction Kallanai. We also learned about the just way of Pandya rulers. We know about the Pandyas and their ruling style, administrative style from Madurai Kanchi as well as from Silappatikaram, written by Ilangu Adigal. Dear children, in the next session we will discuss about the Pallavas. Activity time. Activity given in page number 130. Ancient Tamil kingdoms, that is Moovendurgal. Tabular column is given about Cheras. The capital is Vanji. Port is left bank. Symbol is given. And the famous king. Cholas, their port is given Kaveri Pumpattinam as well as the king Karikala Cholan. About Pandyas, the capital is Madurai and the symbol is fish, and other two are left blank. You have to write this in your textbook page number 130 using pencil. Activity number 2. List out the territories of Moovendurgal in the present districts of Tamil Nadu. Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. You write the territories of the Moovendurgal. Copy it from the book and write it down. Now it is time for worksheet. Worksheet number 2. Answer the following. Question number 1. Who was the greatest Chola king of ancient period? Who was the greatest Chola king of ancient period? Question number 2. Name the capital and port of Cholas. Name the capital and port of the Cholas. Question number 3. Which Pandya king was mentioned in Silappatikaram? Which Pandya king was mentioned in Silappatikaram? Question number 4. Who wrote Madurai Kanchi? Who wrote Madurai Kanchi? Question number 5. What is inscribed on the flag of Pandyas? What is inscribed on the flag of Pandyas? With that, we wind up today's session. Thank you for watching. For more videos, you can visit our channel. Thank you. Stay blessed.